is to keep peace and strengthen supply chains in the face of the growing threat from the Chinese Communist Party. NTD's Washington correspondent Jack Bradley has more.
And that's the next step in this great partnership, is to actually begin to see concrete actions and steps being taken in conjunction.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio hosts his counterparts from the Quad Alliance in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. That's Japan, India, and Australia. And the goal is to ensure a free and open Asia-Pacific region. That's as China has been increasing its military drills in the region, and in doing so, sometimes violating other nations' airspace and waterways.
There are many countries that are going to benefit from this partnership, even though they're not members of it.
Rubio could be referring to here, among others, Taiwan and the Philippines, which have had their ships either unlawfully arrested or rammed by the CCP. Top military officer from the U.S., Admiral Samuel Paparo, says that the CCP's military aggression against Taiwan increased 300% in 2024.
China's increasingly aggressive actions near Taiwan are not just exercises, they are rehearsals.
Rubio hosted the Quad foreign ministers back in January, the day after Trump's inauguration, a move obviously underscoring the importance of the Indo-Pacific region. A focus of Tuesday's meetings were to promote economic development, particularly when it comes to critical minerals.
And it's not simply a security matter. It's largely, in many cases, about economic development. In fact, later today, we'll be hosting here in this building a number of companies. I think over 30 or 40 companies was the last count, representing all four of our countries.
Unfortunately, we meet against the backdrop of conflict and of escalating competition.
The Indo-Pacific region, where our four countries are located, is the growth engine of the global economy, accounting for more than half of the world's population.
Meanwhile, India's foreign minister says that his country hopes to host the next Quad summit, adding that they condemn terrorism. That was in the face of recent terrorist attacks on India, which blamed Pakistan, leading to a short but deadly war about 2 months ago.
India has every right to defend its people against terrorism, and we will exercise that right. We expect our Quad partners to understand and appreciate that.
President Trump brokered a ceasefire deal between the two countries, after which Pakistan nominated Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. India, meanwhile, has differed that Trump's intervention led to a ceasefire.
We've now achieved peace between India and Pakistan, Israel and Iran, and the DRC and Rwanda.
The idea of a free and open Indo-Pacific goes back at least to the Biden administration, where President Biden last year was caught on a hot mic telling Quad leaders that, quote, China is testing us, referring to the regime's increasingly aggressive behavior in the region. Reporting by Jack Bradley, NTD News.
Two Chinese nationals face hefty charges for allegedly spying on the U.S. Navy and recruiting military personnel for China's foreign intelligence agency. FBI Director Kash Patel calls this one example of the Chinese Communist Party's effort to infiltrate our institutions. NTD correspondent Jason Blair has more.
The FBI arrests two Chinese nationals for allegedly acting as agents for the CCP and spying on U.S. Navy bases and service members, as well as recruiting military personnel to accomplish tasks for China's foreign intelligence agency, the Ministry of State Security, or MSS. FBI Director Kash Patel told Fox News Digital the individuals charged were acting on behalf of a hostile foreign intelligence service, part of the Chinese Communist Party's broader effort to infiltrate and undermine our institutions. Thanks to the outstanding coordination with our partners, including NCIS, we disrupted those efforts and sent a clear message. The U.S. will not tolerate espionage on American soil. Yonce Chen and Lien Lai were arrested on Friday. They could face up to 10 years in prison and a fine up to $250,000. The Department of Justice says China's government uses various means to conduct intelligence activities against the U.S. This includes the MSS, which is involved with collecting intelligence on civilians. The MSS is also tasked with foreign intelligence, counterintelligence, and political security. In June, the FBI reported that in 2020, China allegedly conspired to carry out a fake election ballot scheme by mass-producing fake driver's licenses. Kash Patel says that he gave newly declassified documents on this to Senator Chuck Grassley for review. Patel also alleges that the FBI covered up this evidence under previous agency leadership. Report